name is Felix. Welcome to the Future Millionaire channel. The reason why I said ni hao is because I'm going to talk about China. And today I'm going to share with you 4 things you need to know before you go to China and 4 things that will prevent you from staying in China. I'm going to discuss with you. So, ni hao ma, how are you doing? Yeah, just kidding. So anyway, I'm going to share with you some of the things that I personally experienced in China that I think is still going on, and you need to be very careful before you go to China. So number 1 is the language. Chinese language is Mandarin. They only speak Chinese, nothing else, no English. 0.2% of people in China only speak English. Apart from that, nothing else. When you go to the airport, no English. You go to the hotel, tiny bit. So very careful if you want to go to stay in China. Consider this language. They have 2 types of language: simplified and complex. Complex is very deep. You will not be able to understand nothing. Most of the time, it's the urban areas that speak those local areas. That's where you get people speaking complex Chinese language. But simplified ones are for those people who are going in there to stay for a while. They learn the simplified Chinese, where you can be able to say how are you, ni hao ma, ni jintian chi mama, ni chu nali. Those things are very simplified. You can be able to speak it and get to learn a lot of things from that. But when it comes to the complex ones, I have no idea what they speak. You can't really understand it. Now, you're going there now, think about it, because everything that you're going to do is in Chinese. You're going to write in Chinese, you're going to speak in Chinese, you're going to communicate in Chinese. And if you know nothing at all, yeah, wait, don't go, because you won't get anybody to interpret for you. So therefore, you need to stay away, learn the language, to China, spend 6 months, 6 to 1 year, learn the language to be able to express yourself and enjoy the place. Apart from that, you can't do anything at all. If you don't know how to speak Mandarin, forget going to China. 2, college job. No, nothing of that sort. I have not seen a foreigner who came to China worked in a bank. No, never. I've not seen that. If you're coming to China, one thing, as a foreigner, you're coming to study. Number 2, from US, Canada, Australia, you're coming to teach. If you are a student in China, unlike if you're a student in the UK, you have the opportunity to work 20 hours per week. China, 0 hours. You will not get, it's illegal to teach, especially if you're a student. You can't teach in China, 0. If you're a student, you cannot do anything. If you're coming to China, it means you have to get a full sponsorship for your studies and for anything else. You cannot work in China as a student. It's illegal. You'll be arrested, you'll be deported back to your country. If you get teaching, it's illegal. And if you're caught, police will arrest you, they'll put you in prison, and they will deport you. That is what is happening in China. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to stay with China, you're African, you're Australian, you're Canadian, you're American, you're British, you need to have a working permit before you can go to China. If you're going as a student, you have to get any job to do. Yes, and one of the things that you also want to consider is that in China, the only people who work in government facilities are their people. Policies for foreigners, 0. If you want to be a doctor in China, probably there are certain institutions. I personally did not see anyone working in the hospital as a doctor. A foreigner working in the hospital as a doctor. Probably in the big cities in Shanghai, they have specific big private hospitals meant for foreigners, and because a lot of diplomats and foreigners come into China to stay for a while, so they have this so-called private hospitals where probably they employ doctors. And even that, imagine what kind of doctors they'll be employing. Very high-tech doctors, because you'll be paying them huge amount of money. So if you're just ordinary junior doctor, you cannot stay in China. If you want to, which I would advise not to, it means you have to learn how to write every character in Chinese, how to communicate with patients, how to be able to express yourself to patients. And the exams is all in Chinese. You have to write it in characters. Even Chinese people are failing their exams. How much more a foreigner? So forget it. Nothing good in China. If you want to work there, please don't. If you're going for a tour, it's not a big deal. You can go for a tour, come back to your country, live peacefully. My next point, peaceful. Yes, somehow peaceful, not peaceful. Policies so bad, democracy not there. You cannot challenge officers. You cannot say you have the right. No, you don't have the right. Everything is owned by the government. If they say sleep, you have to sleep. You can't stand up at night and demonstrate. When you demonstrate, you'll be hanged. You might not even get a lawyer to defend you. These are the reasons why you cannot live in China. Stay in your country, go for a tour. Very nice places to visit in China. Accommodation, big. Environment, awesome. Nothing really there for you to go and stay and get money. If you're considering going to China, please think twice. Make sure everything is in order before you go, or else you'll be deported and you cannot go there anymore, or you'll be arrested. These people, when they arrest you, you have no chances of speaking to anybody, especially if you are from Africa, a country like Nigeria, Ghana, or Ethiopia, or Mali. Who are you going to talk to if you are arrested? Nobody's going to look at you and even consider being your lawyer. So be careful and make sure that just go there, have fun, come back to your country and live your life. Most of you want to go there because of how difficult it is in your country. Probably when you go there, you'll be able to survive. Thank you so much for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care for now and see you again. Bye-bye.